Well, guys, it's your boy Jermaine from Here Comes Trouble TV. Guys, I have to do a live about this incident that occurred in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do it, but this keep bothering me. You understand? We saw a video circulating on social media. It went viral. This video went across the globe. Millions of people saw it. And the video, you can see clearly in the video, there was this black male, a driver, maybe around age 22, 23. He was driving and he was stopped by the police officer in Jacksonville in Florida. When he was stopped, he complied. He followed the traffic stop, he complied. But then the police officer told him the reason he was stopped. And he responded to the officer. He said to the officer, that's not a probable cause, you understand? And the police officer told him to get out of the car. But he opened the door before the police officer walked up to his car. And when the police officer told him you were under arrest, he closed the door. So the police officer told him to get out of the car. He did not get out of the car. He asked the police officer for a supervisor, which is a sergeant. The police officer did not follow up on his request. The police officer called for backup, and about 5 to 6 police officers came. Cars came, patrol cars. When the officer came and they were there talking, and he was asking what's going on, one of the officers smashed driver the driver's side of the car glass, smashed it, and he pulled the guy. Well, after he smashed the car glass, he punched the guy in the face. And you can see in the video repeatedly where they continue to punch the guy even when they pull him from the car. But that is not really heart-wrenching like when I hear the Jacksonville police chief, who is a black officer. The press conference he held was disgusting. It showed you that black people have no rights. It is like it's black people don't recognize. That's my saying, because when the question was asked by a reporter to the police chief, if the police officer that punched the guy, if it's justified, he said yes, it is justified. The police officer acting according to the law. The police chief stated that the police officer acting accordance with the law after he punched the guy, smashed the guy glass, pulled him from the vehicle, and then punched him repeatedly. He said that he have been a chief for he have been a police officer for 33 years, but he didn't state how long he have been a police chief. That is disrespectful. He should be fired. He should be also arrested and charged. The police chief should be arrested and charged for conspiracy to cover up a crime. If that guy had punched the officer, he would be charged for assault, occasionally bodily harm. Nowhere in the world a police officer have the power to assault a person and not be charged. No, you're supposed to be charged. You are there as a police officer to serve, to protect, and to reassure. And we have seen the level of police brutality happening every day. I've seen another video circulating where 6 police officer was on a woman, punching her several times. I have the video, punching, and persons gathering around, and they're telling them to stop, get off her, and the police officer, they would never listen. It's like a gang, you understand? And it is wrong. These officers need to hold accountable for their crime and their action. They need to send to prison like anyone else. I respect law enforcers, but I respect the ones that do good. I respect the ones that go out and they protect and serve and reassure and they honor the public. You understand? You cannot be going out there abusing people, punching people, draw blood from person's face or from their mouth or whatever. It is wrong. Every police officer that violate a person's right, whether in the United States or outside of the United States, need to hold accountable. If we continue in this trend where police officer going out there, pulling persons from their car, smashing their window, fisting, beating, maybe shooting, then sooner or later, it's going to be something out of control where persons is going to take the law into their own hands. So we have to put a stop to it. Police officers need to understand that they're there to serve, to protect, and to reassure, and to do their job to the best of their ability, and to make sure the public is safe. That's their job. You're not out there to go out there pulling someone from the vehicle and punching them repeatedly, leaning in there. I don't even know how to describe it. These guys need to be charged, and the police chief need to be charged as well in Jacksonville, in Florida. He need to be charged. He was embarrassing to the public and to the country and to the city of Jacksonville and to the state of Florida to hear a police chief who served the police department for 33 years. You know what? You know why he talk like that? He was protecting his job. He don't want to lose his position as a police chief. So he was protecting his job. He was saying, oh, the police officer acted in accordance with the law. The police officer did not do anything wrong. Yes, he did wrong because the whole world saw it. We saw when they smashed the glass. Well, if the state or if the county or if the city give them the authority that, okay, someone locked in their vehicle, they refuse to comply, they don't want to get out of the car. If the state give them that authority to smash the vehicle, smash the glass, well, I have no problem with that. Okay, I have no problem with that. But the state did not tell you that you need to punch the guy or physically hurt. No, the state don't give you that power. No. So yes, you punch, you smash the glass, you take the guy out. Okay, when you take him out, what you supposed to do? You said he was under arrest. You understand? So yes, you should arrest that person and take that person into custody. You understand? Yes, I'm good. I'm excellent. I'm great. You understand? Take that person to custody, and if you want to lay charges, and then the person get his or her lawyer, and then they fight the case, and then yeah, it's simple. But you're not supposed to be punching anyone. I've been stopped, I think, about 6 times by law enforcers. I've never encountered these type of violence. Never. I've never encountered these type of police brutality or disrespect. Never. I comply with the law enforcers who stop me. And all police officers that stop me, they're white. None of them are black. And they all treated me with respect and manners. The first officer that stopped me was a state trooper in New Jersey. And when he approached the SUV, he was like, "Good afternoon, sir, how you doing?" And he was much older than me. And I was like, "Good afternoon, my brother, how you doing?" I was going way over the speed limit. I did not know that the SUV was going so fast. And the SUV is like this. Before I turn, I got to put the flasher on, else it won't go in any other lane. So when the police officer stopped me, I complied. He came behind me. He was driving a black SUV, and he put all those blue lights on. I couldn't even see the road. I pulled over onto the right hand side of the road. He walked to the right side of the vehicle because the left side was facing the traffic. And then he approached, "Good afternoon." And I was like, this police officer had manners and respect. And I was playing some gospel. I think it was Judith, Gale. And then he asked for the documents. I gave it to him. And he asked for the license. I gave it to him. And he said to me, "Oh, where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Tennessee, but I'm leaving New York, and I'm leaving New York, heading to Tennessee." And he said to me, "I just stay right here. I'm gonna go check in my vehicle, come back." He went, he checked, he came back. He said, "I'm not gonna give you a ticket. I'm gonna just warn you. Take your time and drive, and if you feel sleepy, you stop at a gas station or stop at a rest stop and get some sleep, because I know you're going all the way to Tennessee. That's like 14 hours drive." That's a good officer. But when I see police officer out there, and you see, If that officer has gave me a ticket, if he had given me a ticket, I would take it because I was going over the speed limit. So if he gave me a ticket, I would take it because I was going over the speed limit. So I was in the wrong and he was in the right. But when I see this police chief defending his officer's action that committed a crime that violate this guy right in Jacksonville, Florida, the police chief should hold accountable. He should be charged as well with no apology. He should be charged, absolutely. You can't going out there and beating the hell out of people and expect that it is right, it is okay. And you're a police officer. So what you telling the public to do now when the public saw this video viral and then you making that comment as a police chief? Huh? What you telling the public to do now? To attack your officers whenever your officers trying to do them anything. That's what you telling the public. Oh, my guys, oh, they're doing everything right. No, they're not. They are doing what is wrong and they need to hold accountable. You understand? For their action. You understand? My God. Jay say if I'm good. I'm good, Jay. I'm good. You understand? But we need to talk about these things that happening out there because maybe these things you have never encountered these things, but you don't know when it will come in your pathway. So you have to speak out when you see injustice happening, when you see things like these happening in the public domain. You need to speak out so persons can know that, listen, this is wrong and it should never happen any time or any place or happen any again. It should stop completely. You can't be going out there and punching a lot of people and think it's okay. And then if the guy had punched you, you would arrest him and charge him for assault. Hell no. Okay, so there's another video, as I say, circulating. A woman was being beaten so badly on I don't remember the city. She was being beaten so bad, and it was like about 6 officers I counted on top of the woman, punching her, punching her, punching her. And I was like, what the hell? These officers, all of them should be in prison. All of them should be locked up. Because these are all men punching a woman. I don't know when it comes to this that a man have the right to arrest a woman. A man have the right to search a woman. No, it's not supposed to be like that. A policewoman supposed to search a policewoman. Sorry, a policewoman supposed to search a woman. Not my bad. Not 6 policemen searching a woman, touching her all over her body, punching the hell out of her, and then you think that is good. You think it's okay. It's wrong. When I see these policemen fisting the woman, punching her on top of her, men, I'm talking about men, 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 punching the hell out of this woman. It is unacceptable. And these are all white police officers. Not one was black. It's not about race or about color. It's not. It's about you respecting a person's rights. So whether you're a black officer, you need to respect a person's rights. And we're not talking about color right here because black police officer in America doing the same thing as the white police officer do. We saw it in Memphis. All those officers, they were black. And they beat the hell out of what's his name? Tyreek Nickel. They beat him to death. And if the video camera on the pole didn't capture them, they would cover up that crime. And when the paramedic get there, when EMS get there, they stood around and they talk, and the police officer like preventing them from giving this guy medical treatment. And he was swollen so big that his mother could not even identify his own son. He was brutally beaten just meters away from his home. Young guy. The police officer who is supposed to serve to protect and to reassure beat the hell out of this guy. It need to stop. Yeah, equal rights. Yeah, for real. Equal rights. We need to have equal rights for everybody. Whether you're Latino, whether you're Chinese, whether you're Indian, wherever you're from, Filipino, black, white, we need to have equal rights. Everyone needs to be treated with respect and dignity. And that's why we have so much hatred going on in the world, where this person hate that person hate that person. It's not because of the skin color, but it's because of what the person doing. The level of abuse, the level of disrespect. So this lead to that person, oh, I don't like that person. I hate that person. No, for me, I don't hate anyone. I respect everyone. It doesn't matter what country you're from. I work with people from 110 different nationalities, 110 different countries. And all of them treat me with respect. I don't know if they thought me on my back, but all of them showed me respect, and I respect them. 110 different nationalities. People from United States, Czech Republic, China, India, UK, Canada, Trinidad, Jamaica, Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, Peru, Nicaragua, and it goes on and on. Tanzania, South Africa, it goes on and on. So we need to respect people. We need to respect people. We need to show people that, listen, I'm not above you and you're not above me. Because if you cut me, it's the same blood. And you can walk out there and you faint. I can walk out there and I faint the same way. So when I see police officers abusing people's right, beating the hell out of persons, they need to hold accountable to the full force of the law need to be equal. A couple weeks ago, I heard another police chief in Florida. He make a statement like this black police chief, but he was a white police chief. He make a statement where we will kill you if you try anything. And he was continuing saying some stuff. I was like, wonder if this guy drinks some rum or drinks some strong alcoholic beverage before he came and made this press conference. This guy said everything negative out of his mouth. Everything he said was negative. Because what happened, the people was protesting in Las Vegas, in Los Angeles, and he was saying that you ain't gonna take it to my city, you ain't gonna take it to my state in Florida. If you dare try to do that, our law enforcers will give you the full force. They won't back down. They will fight back. You know what I'm saying? And this is wrong. When you hear a police chief speaking like that, the people put you there to represent them. The people put you there to serve them. You understand? We need to respect people. You understand? We can't be going out there and disrespecting people. You understand? Okay, was the protester in Los Angeles doing everything right? No, no, they wasn't. Was the ICE agent in Los Angeles doing everything right? No, they wasn't. They all made mistake because no one is perfect. We all saw it on the camera footage. All of these persons made mistake. The ICE agents, they were there, and many of whom did their job correctly, but some did not. I witnessed one of the guard, I think it was a National Guard, or no, it was a police officer, I think it was a Los Angeles police officer. He shot the reporter from New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand or one of those countries. If it's not New Zealand, it's um one of those countries, yeah. But he shot the reporter. He pointed the gun on the reporter, the stun gun, and he shot her. And it's good thing the camera footage captured that, because they would have denied that and said nothing happened. We didn't do that. That is wrong. You firing tear gas, you're supposed to fire it on the ground, not into the crowd, because it's gonna strike those person hard, real hard. And what if it strike in the head of an individual? That person can lose consciousness and die. So we have to think about the safety of other people. Safety is our top priority. You understand? There's a lot of wrong things I see police do. Understand? And we're gonna come off the police now. We're gonna talk about these youths now in America that going around and doing some crazy stuff. Because really and truly, you have some young guys here in America, mostly black. They're carrying guns and they're doing some crazy stuff. Some of them go into gas station and they rob the gas station. They even use the gun. And I say this and I continue to say that a gun is a deadly weapon. And many of them, they even take person's car from their driveway, from their house. What do you call it? Breaking their cars, steal their cars, go in and ride out or robbery and all these shit. It is not supposed to happen. It is unacceptable. So you're inside your home sleeping and your car park outside, not in your drive, not in your parking garage, but outside, maybe on the street or in your driveway. And these guys come and they find some means or ways to open the car door, and they take your car and they crash the car because what? They were traveling at a high speed and the police spot them and the police keep chasing, and it is happening that these guys lost control of the car and they may be crashing another vehicle and something bad happened. When you check the age of these guys, they're 14, they're 13, they're 15. And when you check the time they're on the road like 1 a.m., after 12, midnight, after 2. Where's their parents? Their parents need to be charged. These parents need to be sent to prison. Because if you are a mom or a dad and you have a 12 years old, or I'll put 13 years old or 14 years old out there in the street that doing these type of things, you need to be charged. You need to send to prison because you're not ready to grow a child. You're not ready to raise a child. No, you need to be locked up for a long, long time because you're not a parent. Because there's no way a mom or dad supposed to be inside sleeping and your child is out there stealing people's car, breaking in people's house, vandalizing people's property, going in gas station, robbing persons, holding persons on gunpoint. It is wrong. And you gotta call a spade a spade. It's equal rights and justice. You understand? So we do not defend any type of violence. So whether you black, you white, you Chinese, you Indian, as long as you commit a crime, if it's even my mom, you're supposed to do the time. Yes, for sure. Nobody's above the law. You understand? Someone asked me if Donald Trump is guilty, if the president is guilty. I say for what? Or if he should do time. I'm not the prosecutor in the president case. But if there's evidence that can prove him guilty, he's supposed to do time. He's supposed to be in prison. Any president, if it's even Bush, Obama, any one of them, Biden, if you commit a crime, you're supposed to do the time. Nobody's above the law. It's equal rights and justice. Because if we protect these guys because they have money and they are president or prime ministers, and we are giving them a free ticket and say, oh, he was the president or he's the president, he's not supposed to go to prison, then I think everyone in prison should be released. Everyone that been locked up and charged for a crime should be freed, because it's favoritism. It's about you saying, okay, this guy is big guy, no, he committed a crime, it's okay. It's not okay. It is not okay. No crime is okay. You commit a crime, you're supposed to do your time. You understand? Bill Cosby was arrested. He went to prison for some time, and I think he's released. Yeah, he was released. Yeah. Um, should he go to prison? Yes, if he committed the crime, he should go to prison. Not because he have money. Yeah. So, um, was the evidence against him strong enough? I'm not the prosecutor. I cannot say. But at the end of the day, if the evidence is strong and what they said he did, he's supposed to go to prison. You understand? Nobody's above the law. But there's one thing I don't understand in America, and it's heart wrenching, where two people committed the same crime and one get more years in prison. One maybe get 100 here and one get only 5 years or 20 years. So I think that's not equal. In every state, I think that if you commit say you possess a gun, you were stopped by the police for and you was charged with a illegal gun, and the prison time is 5 years for that illegal gun, and the judge give you 5 years. But then another person in another city was arrested for the same crime and you give that person 25 years for the same crime, how can that be equal? That is not right. So there's a lot of injustice happening in the court system, and it's need to stop. Not because of your skin color, because of your race, your gender, your religion, or whatever. People need to be treated equally with respect and dignity. You understand? It doesn't matter who you are. Yes, you need to be treated with respect. The time must fit the crime. So if you analyze somebody and it's 100 years you're supposed to get, to give them the damn 100 years. It doesn't matter who they be. If they're supposed to go on death row, give them the death row. It doesn't matter who it be. You know what I'm saying? No one is above the law. You understand? So, as I say, you do the right thing, you will be in the right place. You do the wrong thing, you'll be at the wrong place. You understand? But for the sheriff in Jacksonville, he should be fired. Yeah, he should be fired. He should resign. If I was him, I would resign for the speech that I made at my press conference. I'd resign because I know his family is gonna tell him that, boy, what you said was unacceptable, was disgusting, was embarrassing to the public and to the people you serve in Jacksonville. I wouldn't want to be stopped by a Jacksonville police officer. Hell no. Because the chief is defending the action of the police officers in his area. So for me, I wouldn't want to be stopped by a police officer in Jacksonville, Florida. Because if your chief defending you when you're wrong, I mean, you get away with a lot of crimes. How many persons file complaint against these officers and nothing done? These police officers, they're still on the force. They're still doing their duty. It is wrong. So the chief should be fired. And if the prosecutor find any way he or she can lay criminal charges, go ahead and put the criminal charges. Because I think he should be charged too for what he said. He said that the police officer did not commit a crime. He was acting in accordance with the law. He didn't do nothing wrong. So I want to know, when you assault a person, if that's not a crime. Because from growing up till now, I know that anyone assault a person is a crime. You can be you would be locked up and charged for assaulting the person, and you can maybe pay a fine too if the person uh badly injured and the person press charges. A judge can say, okay, you have to pay such and such, or if the person want to file a lawsuit against you. So I don't know how this not a crime. I don't know. This police chief, it is bad, but we want to see, we want to see good things happening in the police force and in the cities across the United States and outside of the country. We want to see police officers doing their job and doing it right. Yeah, and the people are satisfied with law enforcement, and the people too. You need to comply with law enforcers too when they stop you, even if they're wrong. Because as I say, you can still win them in the court of law. Stop. Listen what they say. Okay, okay. The police officers that punched the guy in the face, pull him from the car. They stated that he's under arrest. For me, I would quickly step out the car. I would want you to arrest me because then I know I want to get a lawyer and I'm going to fight the case because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. But many of these black American guys, they're scared of the police officer because I work with a lot of black American and in different states and different cities, and they're scared of the officers. You understand? It's like a generational curse, put it that way. So they're scared of the officers. But for me, no, I'm not scared of anybody. You understand? And I would say this to you guys: you're not supposed to be scared of them. These guys stop you. They're a human being like you. Talk to them with respect. They talk to you with respect. I think all the state in America you have the right to record. So record them. If they tell you you're under arrest, go ahead, arrest me. Ask him, why are you being under arrest? He tells you. Then if you know that you're wrongfully arrested or wrongfully detained, then you get a lawyer and you fight a case. You won't lose anything. You will win. But when you as counter what the police say, you're refusing. You're refusing. You're refusing. When you refuse, you know what will happen? They're gonna use force on you and they're gonna beat the hell out of you. And then what will happen? You may lose everything. And then they have another thing that to say, oh, their life was in danger. Their life was in danger. Guys, be smart. Don't be stupid. A police officer stop you, comply. Get out of the car. If they say get out, even though you know you're not supposed to, but record it. So your lawyer can deal with the matter. Your lawyer can let you be a rich person in the next few weeks or the next few months ahead. You don't have to work no more. Be smart. Don't be stupid. Don't be fool. Don't be like you think you're that all. No. A police officer never told me to get out of the car, but any day a police officer tell me to get out of the car, I will get out of the car because everything recorded in my car. Everything always recorded. So if he tell me get out of the car, I'm gonna get out. Oh yeah, my bad, my bad. One of them told me to get out of the car in South Carolina just a few months ago. My bad, I'm lying. I didn't remember. It was one white cop. Uh, then he apologized to me and he said, "Bro, I'm sorry, and you made my job easy. For the 10 years I've been a police officer, I'm not gonna ticket you. Thank you, man. And if everyone was like you, we would have a better place. I mean, we wouldn't have to go through all this. And I searched your car, and I know I was wrong to search your car. I deeply apologize because I gave him the go ahead to search the car because when he stopped me, he had his hands on his gun, but he didn't hear my accent. He didn't know who I am, and I was driving a car out of state. It wasn't a South Carolina plate. It was a Florida plate. So and he was parked in the median. The road was so damn dark, no street light, nothing, dark as midnight. If I turned the car light on, I could turn the car light off. I couldn't see nothing, and I was going fast. And he swung around, he run, and he pulled me down, and I stopped. And when I stopped in a dark area, but I put all the lights on, and I put the flasher, and he lighted from the SUV, and he came to the car, and he asked me for my license and registration, and he tell me why he pulled me over. He said, you were speeding, you were going this amount over the speed limit. I said, okay, no problem. I gave him the license, I gave him the registration, and I lighted from the car. He said to get out of the car, and I came out of the car. The passenger was still in the car, and then what happened? There was another police officer came in less than minutes or seconds to back him up. And he said to me if I could stand in front of his vehicle. I comply, I stand in front of his vehicle. The next officer came beside his vehicle and he leaned on the fender of the police that stopped me. And we chatting, and he said he was just in Jamaica with his family for some weeks. He enjoys time and vacation, the one that came after the one that stopped me. And everything went fine. We talk, and he tell the other occupants to get out of the car, and he comply, get out of the car, and he asked me if I could search the car. And I asked him, what you looking for? He said, guns and drugs and stuff. I said, go ahead and search the car. And he searched the car, and he found my airport badge in the car. And when he found my airport badge, he said, oh, you work at the airport? I said to him, yes, I do work at the airport. And he said, oh, you like the job? I said, yeah, I like the job. I work in federal property. And he did not search for long because the moment he searched, he saw my airport badge. And then he said that he found a spliff. I don't smoke. He said that he found a spliff. Anyway, he showed me the spliff. And remember, I do Uber. So uh, I tell him I don't know about that one. But he found it under the passenger seat, the front seat. So he said, I'm not gonna charge you or anything. And I said to him, look, I'm just meters away from my stop when I show him on the GPS because I'm driving all the way from Tennessee down into South Carolina, stop in Georgia. And he said to me, okay, you're good to go, man. And he apologized and everything. And he shake my hands and we good. Yeah, I could bring a charge against him, but I did not because I was wrong too. I was going way over the speed limit. I was going too fast. And that gave him the reason to stop me. Because if I was going within the speed limit, he wouldn't stop me because everything was right with the car. So I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? So guys, just believe. You just gotta do what is right and comply when they stop you. You understand? So guys, it was a pleasure being here with you tonight. Guys, just like up the live and share the live and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You understand? Yeah, subscribe to the channel. You understand? So sooner or later we can give you more exclusive. We can give you some more important things that is happening across the regions and across the world. You understand? But for now, I'm out. Peace.